The Power of Sleep. Hello, and welcome to our podcast episode titled, The Power of Sleep. This is a special episode for English learners, and I am excited to share a mini lecture style talk with you. I am a teacher and also a student of science. Today, I want to talk about why sleep matters and how it can help us feel better every day. Have you ever noticed how you feel after a bad night's sleep? Maybe you feel very tired or find it hard to think clearly. Maybe you feel grumpy or sad. This happens to me sometimes too. My eyes get heavy and it is hard to keep them open. I might even forget things I wanted to say. Think about it. Have you ever been so tired that you could not focus on a task? In this episode, I will talk about why sleep is important, and I will share a little about my own experiences with sleep. I will try to use simple language, and I will ask you questions along the way. Feel free to answer them in your mind. Are you ready? Let's begin. Why sleep is important. First, let's talk about why sleep is important. Many researchers and doctors say sleep is like a magical power for our body and mind. When we sleep, our brain can work on things we learned during the day. This process is sometimes called memory consolidation, which means the brain stores and sorts all the new information while we rest. For example, if you study a new language or a new skill, your brain practices it during sleep. In fact, one study asked people to learn a new mini language. The group that slept after learning remembered more words the next day than the group that stayed awake. Sleep also helps you learn. If you don't sleep enough, you might have trouble remembering new words or facts. I can say from my own life, when I studied a lot but did not sleep well, I found it hard to remember things the next day. After I started sleeping better, I remember things easier and faster. Sleep helps our body stay healthy. Even though we are resting, our body is actually hard at work. It repairs itself. For example, when we sleep, our heart and blood vessels rest. Our cells and muscles can heal and grow. Doctors say that sleep affects our immune system, which fights illness and keeps us healthy. If we sleep well, our body can better fight germs and keep us from getting sick. If we don't sleep enough, we may catch a cold more often or feel sick easily. I remember after a long trip, I tried to sleep well to help my body recover. Sleep also affects our mood and emotions. Have you ever been a bit grumpy because you are tired? I know I have. Lack of sleep can make people feel sad, angry, or stressed. Scientists say when we don't sleep enough, we have more trouble solving problems and paying attention. We also might be more likely to be moody or even feel depressed if we skip sleep too often. But when we sleep well, we usually wake up feeling happy and calm. For example, after a good night's sleep, I feel ready to smile and enjoy my day. Another important thing is that sleep helps our body balance. Sleep helps our hormones stay in balance. Hormones are special chemicals in our body that tell it what to do. For example, when we sleep well, we have better energy, and we feel hungry at the right times. People who don't sleep enough sometimes feel extra hungry, or they might gain weight easily. I read that sleep even helps the body regulate itself so we can stay healthy. Health experts also say that adults usually need about 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. Younger people often need even more sleep. Teenagers, for example, are usually recommended to get about 8 to 10 hours each night. Children need even more. This is because young bodies and brains are still growing and learning a lot every day. One more story. Once, I had to drive a car after a poor night of sleep. I felt very drowsy on the road. It was hard to stay awake and focus. I even had to stop the car, because I was so tired. That was really scary, and I realized that getting enough sleep is not just for feeling good at work or school, it is also for safety. When you drive or do other tasks, you need to be fully awake. Drowsy driving can be very dangerous. Another thing, sometimes people think if they sleep too much, it will always be good. But sleeping too much can also make you feel groggy. It is best to find the right amount of sleep for you. Usually, around 7 to 9 hours for adults and 8 to 10 for teens. Too much or too little sleep can both make you feel unwell. The key is balance. Now, I will tell you about my own experiences. When I was in college, I sometimes stayed up very late to finish projects or study for tests. I remember one week I slept only 4 or 5 hours each night for a whole week. At first, I thought it was okay. But after a few days, I felt very tired at school. I could not remember things from my notes. I even made some silly mistakes in class because I could not focus. It was hard to wake up in the morning. I felt grumpy and not myself. After that tough week, I decided I needed to change my habits. I started going to bed earlier, around 10 p.m. I also stopped drinking coffee after dinner. I tried to relax more before bed. After I did this, I felt a big difference. I had more energy at school. I remembered things from my lessons more easily. I also felt happier. My grades even improved a little, because I could pay attention in class. This experience taught me that getting enough sleep is very important for both my body and mind. Another story I have is about weekends. I used to sleep very late on weekends and wake up late, much different than on weekdays. I thought sleeping in would help me catch up on missed sleep. But I found I felt even more tired and my sleep schedule was all mixed up. I read that experts say it is better to keep a regular sleep schedule, even on weekends. So now I try to go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. This helps my body clock. I still enjoy relaxing on weekends, but I try not to sleep too much longer than usual. You might have your own sleep stories. Maybe you stayed up all night to watch a movie, or you woke up many times during the night because of a bad dream or stress. Think about how you felt the next day. Did you feel rested, or did you feel tired and slow? Did you notice any difference in your mood or how well you learned new things at school or did your homework? These personal observations can teach you a lot about your own sleep needs. Now, let's talk about some tips for better sleep. These are simple things that you can try in your daily life. Keep a regular sleep schedule. Go to bed at the same time every night and wake up at the same time each morning, even on weekends. This trains your body clock. For example, you might choose to go to bed at 10 p.m. and wake up at 6 a.m. every day. A regular schedule helps your body know when it is time to sleep and when it is time to wake up. Create a sleep-friendly environment. Make your bedroom comfortable for sleeping. Keep the room quiet and dark. Close the curtains or blinds so that outside light cannot wake you. Use earplugs or a white noise machine if noise is a problem. A cool, quiet, and dark room helps your brain know it's time to sleep. Also, use your bed only for sleep and rest, not for studying or watching TV. This tells your brain that bed means sleep time. Turn off screens before bed. Our phones, computers, and TVs give off a special light that can trick your brain into thinking it is still daytime. Try to turn off all screens at least 1 hour before you go to sleep. Instead of watching TV or browsing on your phone, do something relaxing like reading a book, listening to calming music, or talking quietly with a friend or family member. This can help you relax and get sleepy naturally. Watch what you eat and drink in the evening. Avoid caffeine like coffee, tea, soda, or chocolate late in the day because it can keep you awake. Also try not to drink a lot of liquids right before bed, so you don't have to wake up to use the bathroom. Avoid heavy or spicy meals at night. If you are hungry, have a small, light snack instead. A heavy meal can make your body work hard to digest food and keep you awake. Develop a relaxing bedtime routine. Doing the same calm activities every night can signal to your body that it's time to sleep. This could include taking a warm bath or shower, doing gentle stretches or yoga, reading a story, or doing breathing exercises. You can also drink a cup of herbal tea caffeine-free to relax. The routine can be simple. For example, brushing your teeth, then reading for 10 minutes in low light, and then lights out. Be active during the day. Getting regular exercise is great for sleep. Try to exercise early in the day or afternoon, because if you exercise too close to bedtime, your body might still feel energized and make it harder to fall asleep. Activities like walking, jogging, dancing, or playing a sport can help make your body tired at night. Also, spending time in sunlight during the day helps your body set its internal clock for sleep and wake times. Take care of your mind. Sometimes stress or thoughts can keep us awake. It can help to write down your worries or things to do before bed, so you don't have to remember them. If you wake up in the middle of the night worrying, try taking deep breaths, or tense and then relax your muscles one by one from your feet up to your head. This can help calm you down and bring you back to sleep. Each person is different, so it may take some time to find what works best for you. Try 1 or 2 tips at a time, and see how you feel. It can be like a small experiment. For example, you might say to yourself, I will try going to bed 30 minutes earlier this week. How do I feel in the morning? That way, you can find out what makes the biggest difference for you. In summary, sleep is very powerful. It helps our brain remember and learn new things. It helps our body heal, grow, and fight sickness. It keeps us in a better mood and ready to face the day. My personal story shows that when I changed my sleep habits, I became more alert, focused, and happier. Remember, Getting a good night's sleep is not a luxury, it is a necessity. It can truly change your day in a positive way. So I encourage you, give your body and mind the rest they need. Your mind will feel brighter, your body will feel stronger, and your mood will be better. Thank you for listening to The Power of Sleep. I hope you have learned something new and useful. Try to use some of these tips tonight, and notice how you feel tomorrow.